Hi, I'm going to show you how to use Snap and Read in a Chrome web browser. So this will work on Chromebooks and computers using the Google Chrome browser. This is the Snap and Read icon. You can see it by my teeny tiny pointer highlighted so you can see it. If a student already uses CoWriter, they can just log in, and if they're new to either CoWriter or Snap and Read, then they're going to create an account. And when you create an account, you're going to click on the Create Account, and it's going to open up to options. You're going to always choose Create with Google. I'm going to go ahead and log myself in, always using my Google account. Once I've logged in, the icon turns blue, and we'll talk about that number that's showing. There's a little teeny tiny number. In this case it says 5, and it refers to the grade level that the content on the screen is in terms of reading. So the text is at a 5th grade level. In this case it's a 5. And this particular page has too much going on. I don't like it. I have another extension that is on all of the student Chromebooks, and it's called Rocket Reader, and it looks like a rocket. And all I have to do is click it, and it cleans everything up. So it's a great little extension. Now, everything's cleaned up. I can show you that off to the side in this black strip are the Snap and Read tools, and we're going to start with tool number 1. I'm just going to click it. It's the reading tool, and then I'm going to click on some text to have it start reading.
Tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
And then I click a second time to get it to stop reading, so it highlights as it's reading.
It is the unluckiest day of the year.
Click to start.
Very intense.
And click to stop. We're going to take a look at another tool, the second tool down. And first I'm going to show you that this is a text document, and it looks like I can get it to read because it is highlighting. But when I use the Read tool, it doesn't work, no matter where I click. So I'm going to turn the Read tool off, and I'm going to the second tool. I can use the crosshairs to select the area that I want to read, and I wait for it to convert it.
This reference information paper, RIP, described records about.
It reads it by looking at the text and identifying it as text. Sometimes it'll read the text incorrectly, and that's when it's kind of small. So on a PDF, you can use the plus and you can increase the size of the text, and I think it's actually going to go a little faster. It's going to recognize text a little bit faster since it's bigger and more accurately.
This reference information paper, RIP, described records about Africa.
Again, you can click anywhere to have it stop reading. So that's another reading tool for when you have a picture of text or a PDF where you can't click on the text to hear it read. I'm on a new page and I don't see my Snap and Read tools on the right side of the screen like I should, and I don't know why it's like this. One thing that you can try is to refresh your screen, and sometimes that will make the Snap and Read tools appear, but it didn't work in this case. But I have one more thing I can try, and that is to make it into a PDF. So I'm going to use this print button, and I'm going to print article only, and now I have a PDF of the exact same article opening up. The tools are back. So I have the tools now that it's a PDF. Luckily, I was able to convert that to a PDF. If you click on the Read button, you can...
Before 1977, it was much harder.
So you can hear it read aloud. I'm going to go down to the very bottom where there's the last tool, and we're going to open that. We can make notes with the article or get started on a paper. So the way I do that is by clicking the plus sign. That means create a new outline. I have a lot of different outline templates. So what I did was I clicked on these little three dots, add outline template. I select it and it gives me a whole list of different templates that I can use to either write a paper or take notes. So I'm going to choose one. Let's see what a outline of a 3-paragraph persuasive essay looks like. Let's just take a look at that. I want to convince the reader to why this is important, idea 1, idea 2, 3 main reasons. And so you can see, and then at the bottom, conclusion, summarize, one thing to remember and another thing to remember. This acts like a guide or a scaffold for writing a paper. And the other great thing is that it's going to, next to the outline tab is the source tab. And once I start adding information from this article, it's going to capture that as a source. So I'm going to delete this one, outline template, and I think this is a simpler one. I'm going to sequence a major event. Let's say at a time in history there was no right to education, no public transit. I'm going to select this, stick this next, my cursor going next to the years before the event. Then I've highlighted text in the article. I'm going to use this fourth tool and it should pop my text in the document. And go to the next one and we'll act as if this is months before in 1973, etc. You can also type in here. I'm going to send my text over. So I can also move this under the months before the event. If I just click on the little circle, I have these options to move it out, and move it in. And under sources now, it has collected the source for this information, and you have 3 options for the style: MLA, APA, and Chicago. So going back to the outline, the day before the event, I can use my tab key and I can type protesters gathered at the state capitol. I can type my notes in there as well. The next thing that I can do is go to my Google Docs. I am going to take the text and just click and drag it. And then if I close this, you can see it's got the whole quote there. And open it back up. And any text that I want to include in my paper, I can drag over. It tells me right here on the side, if I close it, I still see that I have that outline going. So I can jump between articles and capture more information, and it's going to continue to collect my sources. And with this arrow back, I'm going to see a list of all my outlines. Double click on it and it opens. Change my title. Okay, and then it's going to show up in my saved outlines. And that is a quick look at Snap and Read Universal.